Starting a business is hard. We've all got problems. This is my biggest problem this week. All right, before we get into it, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get more information about new videos coming out as soon as they drop. So guys, I'm really happy to say I'm pulling back into the past, rehashing an old memory to talk to you about this week because things have been going super smooth at the shop rolling into this fall season. It's one of my favorite times of year going into fall. A lot of things are changing, and to have that transitioning and things be going smooth is an awesome deal to me. With that being said, the memory I'm going to bring up from the past, if anyone's followed me from a long time, this is going to be when we had the business in Florida and we're coming back, and that is losing a key player when you're not even in the same state. We made another biggest problem about losing a key player, but this is a more serious version. So when we were in Florida running that business, and a lot of this, let me say this real quick. A lot of this, my biggest problem, one of my favorite things to do is talking about horrible things that happen so you guys can see them, see that people can get through them, learn from them, maybe prevent them. So this is a wild situation that I can't wait to share. So while we were in Florida, we had two guys that I was for sure they were going to be awesome because one came to us through like best friends of ours and it was their dad, and the other one came from this guy. And I was like, these guys are going to lock this down. Things are going to go awesome. You know, we're going to rock Florida because Florida was growing faster than our Illinois business grew. And Illinois, I was so excited about this because Florida it's a true passion of mine. I love Florida. It's somewhere I just like everything. I'm a heat freak. I don't even like having to wear hoodies. And if I'm wearing hoodies, I want it to be because it's 70 and if that feels cold to me. But first we had one of these guys just leave. You know, I guess they didn't like the way we did business. They didn't like, they were both older as well. Didn't like how much I pushed, didn't like how much we wanted to create and change things and not just do things the same way everybody else does them. And the first one wasn't that big of a deal. But the second one, I want to show you the stress that I had. It was me and a few other guys doing landscapes in Florida. And we were mowing lawns. We had like 30 lawns, and we were mainly doing landscaping, keeping things rolling. I was out in the field every day, running my guts out through the winter, trying to get this thing going. If I did it again, I wouldn't be the guy doing that because it was super hard on me, and it wasn't as fast. I could have had somebody else in that position and been out figuring out ways to sell more, and it would have been better looking back. But so the thing that really happened, this key player that really mattered, was the guy that was selling work and going to help train and help our team and kind of manage our team and get things going. And I'd noticed that I was getting some feedback from some long-term team members that, hey, you know, we got some questions about this guy. I don't know if he's as good as he thinks he is. And that was kind of the first indicator that there may be an issue. So from there, it went to not just this little issue. I kept hearing this more and more. And I can remember it clear as day before we came back from Illinois. We were on a job site. The weather had just broke in Illinois, and we were going to go out and do our first big job was scheduled. We were going to go out and put in a flagstone patio. So this was going on. Everything was going. In Florida, I'm an hour ahead, and I start getting calls from the guys. Hey, where is so-and-so? He should be here. He's got the plans. He's got some of the materials that we need, the little pieces and stuff for drainage. And I said, I don't know. I'm not sure. Given that my guys needed help, needed his training, his guidance on this project to make sure everything got done the way it needed to be, that was the biggest part of this. And as soon as I get off the phone, I said, let me check. I'm going to get off the phone and see where he's at. Sorry, people are taking out the fields next door. I apologize for the noise, but I got to keep shooting this. So let me get off the phone and check. I look at my email, doesn't call me, doesn't do anything. Sends me an email resignation. So I call him, no answer. Can't get him to answer. Can't get any information. Had parts, had plans, had change plans and revisions of everything. That's a key player that you want to make sure that you didn't do it like I did it. and you don't hire someone that is not capable and will leave you high and dry. This was the perfect example of someone that would lie right to your face. The day before that, when I talked to him about what the team members were feeling about bad communication, this and that, his thing he said was, hey, 5 times. Hey, either way, I wouldn't leave you high and dry. Either way, I wouldn't leave you high and dry. You know, I'm not going to leave you high and dry. You know, I will get these guys rolling for you. And that's exactly what he did. He left us high and dry. And so that's the little story. I've talked about it in older videos. But the learning point from this, the big thing that you can take is, other than I was super, super upset that we had to come back from Florida and shut Florida down. It was growing so rapidly. I mean, we were on track to probably do $250,000 in the first year, just like starting. So with that being said, the learning point is, first of all, it taught me that it really helped teach me that no matter how stressed or anxious or just feeling like we can't do it, man, I can whip through some amazing things. I can do some things that I didn't know I could do if I got to pull stuff together. It showed me that you can make a bad hire and it can be horrible for business. It can really affect the way you do things. It showed me there's times when you need to reflect, you need to sit down and come up with a plan B, and you need to do it now and make it happen and execute on it, and that's exactly what we did. So really, it's these things, they don't happen to us, they happen for us. I'm 10 times the businessman, I'm 10 times the person I was, not this past winter, but the winter before when this happened. You know, the things that I can stand now and the amount of stress that I don't really get the amount of stress I got from things like that before, because it has evolved me. It has made me more wise. It has showed me more things. So the things about this are the learning points from the things not to do. No crazy things can happen. Don't ever feel too safe in what you're doing, because you could be right around the corner from something crazy cutting loose. Doesn't matter how good someone's business looks or feels. It could be on the brink of just going wild. So this is a never-ending, always changing type thing. And it taught me that hiring is everything. It is so much. Getting the right people to do the right things is everything. And that you're able to make it through shifts like that and become a stronger business person and become more of a person. So accept what's coming your way. Accept the crazy, horrible things that may come in business, because it's a part of life. You know, it's a part of business. You're doing a super, super challenging thing. Bad stuff is going to happen. People are going to throw rocks at things that shine. You know, challenges beyond what the person just going to work every day are going to show up on top of your standard, your just normal life. So I hope you took something from this. I hope you saw a situation that totally rocked my world and learned something from it, got ideas from it, learned what not to do. This series is really about what not to do. And if you got anything, if you got any good quality from this, leave a thumbs up and leave a comment below what you learned, what situation you've been in that was just like this, that just rocked you. What has been good and what has been bad? If you hated it, leave a thumbs down. Let me know why I was stupid and I did all the wrong things and I screwed up, so maybe next time I won't screw up. And like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. It was a pleasure talking to all of you. This has been my biggest problem, and I can't wait to see you again. Have a good one, and avoid those problems.